Today I'm seeing how much of what I've sewn fits into my color season analysis palette. Hi everyone, welcome back to That's All for the Modern Girl. My name is Caitlin and I'm so happy to have you here today. As I just mentioned, I am going to be taking everything that I have sewn and taking a peek using my color season analysis swatch book to find out if I have sewn pieces that indeed fit into the season that I did not know I was a part of until just a couple weeks ago. If you're at all familiar with the color season analysis, you'll know that there are 4 basic seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall, and that from there have branched off a few different other color season analysis types, including some that have 12 and even 16 subtypes. Now, if you're not familiar with the color season analysis rundown, I can give you a brief overview, but I am by no means any kind of expert in this field. So the color season analysis system was based off of the 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall, and the colors that you would find in those seasons. Now, I'm not going to go into an in-depth explanation. There are many videos out there that you can take a peek at that are going to do a great job of summarizing and explaining exactly what it is, and this video is not that. So one of the videos that I found very informative was done by Michaela Carrizzo, who explained it in a very simplified and clear manner that I found really helpful when understanding the season analysis system that I used, as well as the subtypes that have now branched off from it. The color season analysis that I did was the pure 4 seasons. And when I had my analysis done, I was typed into the summer season. Now, if you are going off of one of the 12 or 16 color season analyses, again, I don't know if that's the correct English or not, I would most likely be falling into the true summer category. After having been typed as a summer in the 4 seasons, I did go and take a look at the 12 and 16 subtypes and found that I would most likely still be falling into what they call the true summer category. That all being said, I have all of my past creations around me, and I'm going to take a peek to see what all fits into this little swatch book that I was given. Now I have here with me everything that I have basically sewn in the last couple of years. I started sewing back in January of 2020 and had a lot of time on my hands to make a lot of different things. Ended up creating this YouTube channel and the rest is history. So let's get going. Okay, so here we go. First up, this blouse that I made or did a little thrift flip on for part of my Summer Olympic inspired capsule wardrobe. Technically does not fit any of my colors. I will tell you that. This is the lightest color I have. It's a soft white. And if you see right next to it, it looks more muted and has like some yellow in it. That being said, I did wear this to my color analysis and she said it was a great color on me. So I don't know if there are exceptions or not, but I'm gonna put this in like the gray area pile. I've kind of decided we'll do like a yes, definite yes, a no, and a gray area, meaning I don't really know. This is another one that I am not sure of. When I look at all of the blues that I have, in my little swatch book, none of them match the blue. But I will say the dominant color is this soft white, so I think it's a yes. I will say that that skirt goes with the play suit. This was one that I made before I had a YouTube channel. So I don't have this one documented except in a few photos. The play suit that I paired with this definitely is nowhere near any colors that I have in here. It's like a mustard yellow. I will say I love that top and I have worn it outside of that play suit and I probably will still wear it. That's the thing that I'm kind of taking all of this with a grain of salt. There are things that like I've seen a lot of people say like, well, this color still makes me feel happy, or I still like wearing this. And I am of that camp of if it makes you feel good and you really like that color, it's all about how you feel as well. So taking all of this with a grain of salt. Next up, I have this top that I made last summer. It's hanging off of the hanger. It does not hang well, I should say that. And this was originally a linen dress that I transformed into this top. Again, another like spur of the moment improv look. This is where my overthinking mind comes in. I would say this is pretty close to a light navy. I don't know how much this is supposed to be. In fact, I would say that pretty much matches it. But for those of us who are overthinkers in our colors, and I know we all see colors slightly differently as well. Like, I don't see one that matches this one perfectly, if that makes sense. So I would say the bottom is like a light navy, maybe. And then I would say maybe the scalloped edging is cadet blue, maybe. See, the cadet blue comes up like very purple when I look at it on the camera. So you might be looking at this at home and be going, I don't know what she's talking about. But between those two, I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. Yes to those. You'll also notice I have a lot of navy in my collection, and that's because when I wasn't really sure of what colors to wear, the one color that I knew I was safe in was navies and certain shades of blue because of my eyes. As I look at my eyes in the mirror. So that has become a default color of mine, and was also one of the reasons that inspired me to do the color analysis, because I wanted to be able to find more than just shades of blue to wear that I knew were good on me. Next up is this tank top that I made also for my little capsule wardrobe for my Olympic inspired looks, made of 4 dinner napkins, and all of the colors I have in this swatch book. Now, how do I know this? Here's the thing. I made this video once already. I made it a week ago, and I went to go edit it yesterday, and it was so grainy. It looked like film from like the 90s. Terrible looking. I thought I had enough light when I filmed it. Apparently not. Obviously the dominant color is a navy.
Son of a bitch.
I was so bummed that I was gonna have to refilm all of this, because now it isn't as spontaneous as it was initially. Like, I kind of know which ones of these do fit and which ones don't, but I just had to refilm it, and I have a ring light going now. This is what happens when you break your camera, people, and now you're back to an iPhone. Okay, so anyways, back to this tank top after my tangent. Light navy, and we have a blue red in here. I think this swatch book is gonna look horrendous after about another month. And then that soft white. This one's a yes. Hi. Okay, so I'm editing and I realized that I forgot a piece when I was refilming. So I'm just gonna put in the grainy footage that I have because that's what I have. The powder blue halter top that I just made in the, again, summer capsule wardrobe / Olympic inspired. And if you haven't watched that one, this one was originally a dinner napkin. Now I think this one, I can already say safely fits into the light gray. It almost looks blue, doesn't it? I thought it was blue, but technically according to this it's light gray. So there we are. This is a skirt that I made as part of a thrift flip for a video I made a couple years ago about Jeanette McDonald. Sort of this burgundy color, or maybe it's plum. Yeah, it's plum. It looks like it works. We'll put that in the yes pile. Okay, here is a part of my play suit. There's the other part. The play suit that I made, it was probably might have been my first real video on here, and was all about a play suit that was inspired by Olivia de Havilland back in the late 1930s. It's still one of my favorite things to wear during the summer. I am probably going to end up ripping this entire booklet apart at some point because it is not the friendliest to turn.
I'm fine!
Turquoise matches. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and say this one is a yes. This one is one of the more gray areaed ones that I've sewn. I love this dress so much. It's Claire McCardle inspired, one of her designs, made out of a bed sheet, 2 bed sheets actually. And the dominant color is this yellow, but the other part of it is, as you can see, that soft white. So the soft white matches. You could even argue that they kind of, you know, since it's stripes, that it does work together. I don't really have a yellow. Well, I know I don't. I don't have a yellow that matches this yellow. It's a warmer yellow. The only yellow I have is this light lemon yellow, which I don't love. I don't ever foresee myself wearing this color. Technically, I would say this probably goes into the gray area. It's not necessarily a yes, it's not necessarily a no, it's sort of in the middle. Moving on to my pajamas that I made last end of summer into early fall. I've got a multitude of colors happening, all in different shades of pink and in greens. The soft white, so that works. Powder pink and rose pink are also in here. The greens, jade, and then we've got, again, that soft white happening as well. That one checks off. These lighter greens I do not have. They're on the warmer side, but again, because all of the other colors are fitting into my palette and are dominant, it works out. I can't find a red that matches this deep red, so I guess that's also not in there. And there's the top, love it. In the yes pile. All right, I think the second thing I ever made on this channel is the strawberry ice dress, which, oh, was such a learning curve. I didn't know about lining up plaids. I didn't know what I didn't know. This was a reproduction vintage pattern, which I have never made a reproduction since then because I think they're trash. I'd just rather buy the vintage if I can. Anywho, again, we have the matching of the rose pink and the powder pink in this, so really pleased with that. All right, here's one before the YouTube times. It was a Loretta Young vintage pattern from the 60s. This is the only dress I ever made a mock-up of, and it was because of these crazy tucks. Trying to get those right and making sure that I altered the dress to my needs led me to do my first and only mock-up, and ever since I've been too lazy to do so. Don't come for me. This one, again, is a white dress, so what does that mean? I don't know. All the other colors do fit into here. No, that's a lie. Most of the colors do. The powder pink blossoms, those match. I don't know if it's powder blue or light blue, sky blue, pardon. Sky blue, those also are in there. Those more orangey blossoms, those are not in there. I know that for a fact because, again, warm tones are not found in my color palette. The green is not in there. Those warmy red, orange tones are not in there. The blue is in there, the pink is in there. I think it works, so I'm gonna put it in the yes pile. All right, continuing on, we have another dress that I made before I had a YouTube channel. This one is a late 30s or early 40s dress. Now this one, I believe, technically matches the soft white. Oh, kind of. Okay, good. It comes off yellow there, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And then the black is not in my palette. This sort of blue, not quite periwinkle, powder blue, I'm not sure. I realize now that I have two shirt dresses that I've made of different styles, but still shirt dresses in this kind of a shade of blue. This was a thrift flip, and this one is a video of a maxi dress, I believe, that I got at somewhere, Goodwill, maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember if it was Goodwill or Salvation Army. I guess this would be close to a sky blue. Yeah, there we go. So that one checks out. Yay. This one is another bedsheet dress. It was made a part of my series for Highlights of Hollywood Heroines and was Eleanor Parker, or the Baroness from The Sound of Music. And she had a dress that they took, you know, her photos in that this inspired, and so I made my own version. This was a bedsheet, but look at the sheen, beautiful. And again, I'd say it's pretty close to that sky blue, so I'm gonna say it passes. Okay, this is the last one. This might be the last one. This is my old Hollywood glam inspired robe that takes inspiration from Jeanette MacDonald's robe that she wore in the film Sweethearts. It definitely mimics a kimono sleeve here and has all of these beautiful pastel-y pinks. And I'm just now realizing that even the sleeves, I just thought that they were like a green, but they're not. And I'm actually more excited to find out what those colors are. Taupe! Sorry. I was very excited. We got a taupe in here. That works. There's taupe. There's definitely a darker color in there as well. A pewter cocoa? Pewter slash cocoa in here as well. I feel like I have to cover up the other colors so that it doesn't interfere. Pewter and cocoa are in the leaves. That makes me really happy. And we've got the pastel-y pink. So let's pull those out again. I believe there is powder pink and something close to rose. Raspberry? Raspberry's in there. Raspberry is in there. Okay, so we've got like rose, powder pink, and raspberry made up. So that, oh my gosh.
There's gotta be a better way. And there is, Kevin.
There we are. The colors that we have in this robe that I created. So basically from that, what I have gathered, especially as I am cataloging these chronologically in my head, is that for, I don't have everything. I just realized everything that I made that would technically be in my fall and winter clothes are packed away right now. So this is just my like warmer season clothes. If you want to see me do an analysis on my winter and fall clothes, comment below and let me know and give this video a thumbs up. I can make another video to see how well I succeeded in that field. But what I will say is that from what I am just observing and from what I know chronologically of what was created when, my eye for colors that work well for me has improved, and that was before I even did a color analysis, obviously. So it is very affirming to know that actually the idea of sewing and picking out fabrics, for the most part, I have honed in on the colors that work well for me. And doing the color analysis has actually affirmed that for me. I would say when I look at this, this is my piles of for sure yeses. This was my maybe. And, this was my no. And actually, I don't even know why this is out because technically this is fall. So spoiler alert, there are definitely more in probably my fall and winter wardrobe that are gonna cause me more issues than my spring and summer. Oh my gosh, it makes sense, guys, that my summer wardrobe I figured out before I did my winter and fall wardrobe because I'm a summer. Anyways, we made it. Yes. Thank you all so much for watching. If you would like to see a part 2 where I do the exact same thing with things I've sewn for the cooler months that include autumn and winter, please comment down below and give this video a thumbs up so I know that's something that you all would be interested in seeing. Also, if you know what if you know what your season analysis is, I don't care which one you follow, the 4, the 12, or the 16, or you're just guessing, it doesn't matter to me. Let me know what yours is below, and do you abide by it completely, or are you a little bit of a rule breaker? I think I'm a little bit of a rule breaker sometimes. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.